Okay, now we have breaking news this deadline day out of Queen of the South, as the club have beaten RB Leipzig to the signing of Turkish international Doğan Köse. Now for more, we cross live to local reporter Charles Hogan. And Charles, the transfer fee paid is interesting.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It certainly is, as Aussie villain clearly taking the piss after an initial fee of 14 mil, potentially rising to 60 plus, as long as the guy doesn't flop like a fat bloke in a marathon. Now, leaving the club is Bermudez and also Celino for a combined fee of 25 mil. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It is Season 12, Episode 2 today. The transfer window has closed. The Champions League group stage will begin and we'll get to the group stage draw in just a second. But the big news deadline day is business was done. Now we had to sell 2 players to make this happen. Those 2 players are Luis Celino. He has gone off to Zenit St. Petersburg in Russia for 15 million, I think it was in the end. He has been a good player for us, I think. 71 games, 41 goals, and we can see there 3 seasons. He came in, he was we spent some of the Conan Ong money on him to try and replace him, and whilst he probably wasn't good enough to get the goals for us in Europe, he very much did in the league. He had a very good goal scoring record, and he goes off with my best wishes, and unfortunately for us he's gone off to Russia. Got 3-2, so he's doing okay there as well. But 15 million I think is a good fee for him. We're going to be about a 10 million pound profit on him, so that's absolutely fine. And the other player that left is Omar Bermudez. Now, this was a tough sale to do. He has been with us for a very, very long time. He was actually, I think he was our first almost wonder kid style player that we signed from South America. We sold him to Florentina. We got 10 million for him. He was with us for 9 seasons. He was club trained. He was all those sorts of things. And well, he was a year short of his testimonial, wasn't he? But we signed him for 325 grand all the way back in 2024, and in 2032 we sold him on for 10 million pounds. So he has been nothing short of brilliant for us. Maybe a little bit inconsistent, but when he was good, he was good. But I think we just kind of had moved past him a little bit, to be honest, and we needed to sell players to basically bring anybody in, and he seemed like somebody who we could sell, and he's on 42.5 grand a week, so I'm sure he's gonna be okay. But this brings us to the question, who is it that we signed? And it is this guy. Now, ignore the fact that it says he's a striker. He's not. He's a number 10. And I think he could be very, very good for us. He has all the key attributes that you want. And I think he's going to do really, really well. At least I'm very hopeful that he will. He's a 25-year-old Turk. Doğan, let's go with Köse. And we signed him from Galatasaray. And we signed him for 14 million up front, potentially rising to 62. If he plays 50 games, scores 50 goals, and if we win the Champions League, we are paying big money to Galatasaray. But it'll be worth it if he does those things. So he's played in the Turkish Super League, and he scores goals. He plays well, and hopefully he's going to transport that over to Scottish football for us. But yeah, like I say, I think he's very, very good indeed. The only thing lacking in his game is finishing, but if we play him as a number 10, that doesn't really matter so much. So yeah, and again, that's the reason why we were able to sell Bermudez, is because this guy basically comes in and jumps him in the queue to play number 10. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Let me know what you guys think of the transfers, and yeah, there's not too much else that has happened off the field on deadline day. So financed, if you're wondering, we have 15 million left over to spend, and we have about 20 grand in wage. I took some money out of the transfer budget into wages, but we'll wait and see what happens in January. You know, that's not signings done for the year, but I still would like to get a goalkeeper in. It just wasn't possible. So we'll go with Bursic and hope for the best. All right, let's go see who we're playing in this season's Champions League group stage. So here we go, Champions League group stage draw, and we have been seeded first again. Now I'm assuming that is because the Scottish champions are top seeds, which is excellent. So it doesn't really matter if we're in the top 16, which is we are if you watch the summer transfer special. But anyway, the other top seeds with us are Liverpool, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, ourselves, Manchester City, Juventus, Paris Saint-Germain, who we knocked out last year, of course, and Roma. And the shocking thing here is that we're not actually the lowest of the top seeds there. That goes to Roma. Now, Second seeds, we have... Well, let's get the top seeds out first, shall we? So let's draw next team. So we are in Group A. So we will know first up who it is we are going to get. Now, second seeds here are Chelsea. Oh, no, because they didn't win it, did they? Juventus won it. So they, of course, are conquerors of last season. Inter, Milan, RB Leipzig, Real Madrid, Man United, Dortmund, and Monaco. Monaco we would take. I think we'd probably take either of the German sides. Outside of that, it's tough. Maybe Inter. We get Real Madrid. Perfect. Well, there we go. So... Well, you know, we've only got to finish in the top two, don't we? Of course, last year we got Milan. Actually, it would have been nice to get Milan again, and we did manage to top the group. That's going to be a little bit more difficult with Real Madrid, but we'll see how we get on. Now, third seeds here, we've got Benfica, Celtic, who we can't get. Nice, who actually knocked Rangers out on penalties, so that's a bit of a shame for the league. Athletic Bilbao, we've got Porto, Leicester, PSV, and RB or Red Bull Salzburg. Now, of course, we won't be able to get Athletic Bilbao because we already have a Spanish side. Red Bull Salzburg we had in the group stage last year, and we beat them relatively comfortably, and we get them again. So I think we should be able to feel confident. Of course, this will mean a reunion with Eddie Johnson, who we sold there last season. So that's something. We'll see him come back, and no doubt Hortus. And this will now mean we come to the fifth seeds. We have Galatasaray, Karabag, Apoel, Ferrar. We need F. Negrino for the pronunciation of a Hungarian side. We've got Shakhtar. We've got Real Sociedad, who we can't get. Gladbach, who we could and would almost be a group of death at that point. And Genk. I would love any of these teams down the first-hand side there. I'll take. The only one we don't really want probably is Gladbach. Unbelievable. Well, should we be able to beat a German team that aren't Bayern Munich or Dortmund or RB Leipzig? And the answer is yes. But of course, that could have been easier, couldn't it? So there we go. Now we are playing Real Madrid today. I can now reveal as the draw has been made. So that's up very, very shortly. But before that, we do need to catch up on what's happened since last episode. Starting with our cup tie, the Betfred Cup tie against Kilmarnock. We took the lead when some penalty area proving was finished by Alvarez. And Toro made it 2-0 at half-time. Alvarez found Academy graduate Alan Kyle to get our third, before Gary Turpie added a fourth. So Championship Kilmarnock brushed aside in the end. We were quite good in this game, to be honest, and the players that we used, they did well. In the end, we had three academy players playing across the back there with Turpie, the front I should say, with Turpie, Graham Johnson and Alan Kyle. If you don't remember Alan Kyle, he was out on loan actually at Kilmarnock last season. He spent a season out on loan at Ayr United as well. He's a decent right winger, not obviously European quality, but potentially someone who could play in the Premiership for us if needed. So yeah, very happy to see him get his name on the score sheet as well. So that was the Betfred done for the second round. We've got Ross County in the quarterfinal. Let's see how we did when we went back to league action against Hibernian. We had a first-minute lead when Bowl picked out Mihai's run. Mihai and Makrayev combined for Ali Spence to get our second, before Hibs pulled one back through former Queen Suljic. Makrayev restored our 2-goal margin and then made it 4-1 at half-time. Hibs got a second before Daniel Walker played in Spence for our fifth. So a very good game again for us going forward, particularly. A couple of lapses at the back, but we deserve this. Spence with a double against his boyhood club, the team that he came through with. Suljic getting one back against us. And yeah, just generally speaking, a very good performance from us. Bucchiano is currently upset at us and, well, at me, not so much at everybody else. And so his form is slightly concerning coming into Champions League games, but let's hope that he'll rise to the big occasion. The last game to catch you up on in the league was against Dundee United. We fell behind early. Ali Spence played in Makrayev on the hour mark to pull us level, before Torres sealed the points late on. So a game where we absolutely deserved to win, but left it very, very late to do so. We had an XG of almost 4. I thought that Spence was offside for that winner late on there. But anyway, we got the job done. And for the most part, we played well, which is good to see. Bukiano played a much better game here. So he can do it. We just need to try and stop him from sulking where possible. So that is everything caught up on. Let's have a look at the league table and everything else. And you can see we are 4 from 4 ahead of Rangers, who have played a game more, and also Ross County. Livingston is who we have coming up next. Now, they are a team that is struggling, as are Celtic. So let's see. Celtic currently in the relegation playoff spot after 4 games. Champions League group, that could have been better, couldn't it? I think it's going to come down to how good are Gladbach. Hopefully not too good. And as I say, Ross County in the Betfred quarter-final. Let's have a look at what we're doing here against Livingston. The great squad rotation will begin because we need to start making sure all our players are happy. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 from them. We're going to be matching them up here, and it is Bursic in goal. It is Muros, Toro, Walker, and Amaruso as the back 4. Irving and Alvarez go in midfield. Bol Dogan will make his debut with Arkvik out wide left. We've got Johnny Angus, so he will be playing as a complete forward. If you're wondering why Irving is playing, it's because Mashagi is injured for this one. So we're going to obviously go with a midfield, hopefully, of Rosfeld and Mihai when we face Real Madrid. Okay, so we can see the team sheet there. I don't recognise too many names in their team. Klee is going to become a more important player. Oh, that's our old goalkeeper, isn't it? We had him at one point. I'm sure we did. Yeah, Klee's going to become a more important striker now because with Suljic leaving, he will basically take over his spot in the team. Don't let it keep it going. All right, we're in a good run. Let's keep it going, shall we? Let's go with that. Livingston is a team that we should be able to beat, but we've seen around European games, occasionally we slip up in these ones. But here we go. Hopefully Dugan will get a good game here, get a good debut under his belt. The plan is for Torres to play against Real Madrid, and then we'll kind of see how Dogan is doing. Or it'd be Kosey, wouldn't it, or Kos? I'm not quite sure in Turkish what the little double dot means. Not that it would matter. People heard me try to pronounce names anyway. But yeah, I'm just not sure exactly how to pronounce it. There's a cross in, Bol at the back post. And it took 6 minutes and 4 seconds for Thomas Bol to open the scoring, his first of the season. The plan for Thomas Bol now is to kind of, well, he can pretty much play anywhere in an attacking area. So he will move to be sort of an option at right wing, an option up front if we need him, or an option at number 10. So he'll still play lots of games. I didn't think he did as well as a number 10 last season as I would have hoped. So I think he's maybe more effective in a wide area anyway. And of course, Makreyev can play over on the left-hand side as well. So we've got lots and lots of options. Yeah, let me know what you think of the transfers. Another ball in there for Bol. Thomas Bol, that is classy. What about that for a finish? He did mate, never mind the goalkeeper. That was brilliant. So it is 2-0 in the 16th, 17th minute. And that finish just looked weird. I don't know if he went with his left foot instead of his right foot. Something there. Arkvik picked him out nicely. Nice chest down, and I still don't know how he's done that. Is it outside of the left foot? And he's just, I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's in the back of the net. Bol has a double. And we are 2-0 up. Which, needless to say, is very, very nice indeed. Yeah, like I say, goalkeeper is still a position I would like to strengthen. Outside of that, I mean, within reason, I'm quite happy with the team. Obviously, there's positions that we could do better in, but realistically, we can't afford wages. That's the thing. And I think that's the difference, perhaps, between... obviously, there's more than this, but the big difference, I think, between Football Manager and real life is... Can you imagine for just any of our players trying to tell them, like, for example, Bukiano, you're only going to make 60 grand a week when you're not going to Arsenal to make 250 grand. Like that's where I think the major difference is in terms of there's absolutely no chance in 12 years' time Queen of the South are going to be making a Champions, almost a hat-trick ball there for Bol. There's no way in 4 years' time Queen of the South are making the semi-finals of the Champions League, and I think that's the major difference. Is that financially you can't keep. Here we go. Dogan's in here. Dogan with a chance. Dogan just doesn't have the finish, And that is, of course, his great weakness. Bowl for the hat-trick. It's a free. He gets a good free kick, and it's off the bar, is it? Bowl still with a chance. And he's gone down for a penalty, and has it been given? No. Well, I'll say good tackle, but I'm not convinced. Ball into the back post. It's headed away. Dogan will pick it up and plays the ball forward. It's a cracking ball. Look at the bend on that for Angus. Can Angus get a crossing now? No, he's just kicked it out. That's Scottish showboating right there at its finest. All right, this should be half-time. 2-0, relatively comfortable. And, well, let's just say don't get complacent here, please. We will make some changes in this second half. I think what we will do, I'd like to give Clee some game time for Johnny Angus. I'd like to give Gary Turpie some game time for Arkvik. We've got a corner here, Irving to take. Good one. Toro is there, and Jesus, Toro has himself a second of the season. That's why we didn't want to sell him in the summer window. He is very, very effective from a set piece. He's a good defender. The issue, I think, is that we have 5 good defenders. And obviously we can only really play 2 of them. Barbara Adu isn't playing this one because we've just come back from an international break. And he wasn't quite fully fit, so that's why he's not playing. We've got some work to do defensively now. Now, we have been working on this in training, and you wouldn't know it from that. I haven't been completely thrilled with how we'll bring Clee on. And we might bring Turpie on as well while we're at it here. Where are you? There we go. Yeah, just haven't been completely thrilled. You still, we can see that a goal to... Oh, look at Bowl. Beats his man wonderfully well. Can he pull a ball back? We're queuing up in the middle, and it's a penalty, is it? It is, and Bowl to take it for the hat-trick. Thomas Bowl has launched it into orbit. The International Space Station will be in danger from that one. And maybe we won't do that again, Thomas. He went closer from his free kick from 30 yards out than he did from the penalty spot. But that happens sometimes, doesn't it? All right, we've got another highlight. Turpie. What can he do? He always looks good when he comes on. It's just yeah, he's... I don't know. He's not as good as Arkvik, is he? There's a ball for Thomas Bowl, and he does get his hat-trick. Well done, and the cross from Turpie was brilliant. Yeah, Turpie's one of those players that... when he plays, he does well, but when you're picking a team, he's not always the first thought, because you look at the attribute-wise, and you know the likes of Arkvik and this season Daniel Walker are better. But I think for this sort of game, he's absolutely fine. He always does a good job. But 4-0, that should be that. Is there anybody else on the bench you want to give game time to? Not really. I'd rather keep those guys fresh. I probably should have gone with a younger bench in hindsight. But I'm always a little bit worried that we need to go and rescue a game. Dogan's done okay here, hasn't he? I mean, he's not looked particularly brilliant, but he doesn't speak English. It's his first game. Clee! Oh, it's blocked. Yes, I think he's done okay here. It's only Livingston, so it's difficult to read too much into it. The other role we could look to use him in, perhaps... Oh, that is saved, is it? Yes, good save by the goalkeeper. Is if we wanted to play with 2 up front, he would probably be a very good deep-lying forward. There's a header again, and it's Walker this time, and it's just... I don't know if it was high, wide, or both. But it was close. 15 shots, 8 on target, 4 in the back of the net. That's more like it, isn't it? I did change, as he got an injury. No, he's fine. I did change the coach that was coaching shooting. So or finishing, I think it is actually when you do the training. So hopefully we'll see an improved ratio of shots to goals this season. But that was quite good. And yeah, hat trick from Thomas Bowl. Well done, mate. I wonder if it's something about the right side, the way we play. If the right, because obviously Makreyev scores for fun, and we've stuck Thomas Bowl out there and he gets a hat trick. I wonder if there's something about the right side, the way we play, and it just kind of works for whoever's playing out there. But there we go, Dogan with a debut. As I say, thought he did okay, and Thomas Bowl obviously did very, very well. Could have had 4, of course, if he could take a penalty. But anyway, that'll do it for that. Wait right there, we'll be back to face Real Madrid. It's not the easiest start to the Champions League group stage, but if we win, what a startup could be. Okay, welcome back. We are getting ready to face Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, and Gladbach have beaten Red Bull Salzburg 2-0 in Germany. So that's perhaps not a shock, but it does put a little bit of pressure on this one, because obviously if we were to lose, we'd already be 3 points behind Gladbach. Now, we're expecting a 5-3-2 from them, which is not something we come up against too often. And this is a team we're sending out. It is Bursic in goal. It's Rojas, Bukiano, Diev, and Ayrton. A first look at these two in a big game. You can see Bukiano is unhappy that a transfer was blocked. His morale is not good. So, yeah, we just need to hope that... he plays well. Rochefeld and Mihai will be the midfield duo. Makreyev, Torres, and Walker. It's Ali Spence going up top. The bench is Elshot, Baba Adu even, Muros, Alvarez, Close, Bol, and Johnny Angus. Okay, so we can see the team sheet here now. Antonio Conte is their manager. Was he not the manager of PSG last year when we knocked them out? I'm sure he was the manager of PSG, and we did get offered an interview at Real Madrid through the summer as well. But anyway, we can see the team sheet there. Vinicius Jr. is obviously someone that we will recognise. There's one or two others there. Valverde, is he a current player? I think he is, isn't he? Federico Valverde. Anyway, we can see everybody else there. And we've got nothing to lose here, showing what we're capable of. Yeah, we could do that, or we could say there's no pressure on us. Let's go with the no pressure. That seems to work for us. Bukiano, you can see, was hesitant. We really do need him to get himself together quickly here. Yeah, because we need him, basically. And, I mean, it comes back to what I was saying in the first game, doesn't it? Realistically, you would think, if you're a team that like this, that in theory, you know, we get an idea here of exactly how good we are this season. I mean, we were the last four last year, so in theory we should be going deep in the Champions League again. I mean, maybe he's one of these guys that sort of wants the payday, which is fair enough as well, because, you know, your career's only so long, but... yeah, I mean, once the window's closed, wouldn't you sort of just buckle down and be like, all right, we're going to be happy here? But it's not always that easy, I suppose, is it? All right, here we go with Rojas coming forward now. Mihai to Torres. Can Torres slip in Ali Spence? Not quite, but we keep possession. Rochefeld to Makreyev. Makreyev looking for Walker. It's headed back to the goalkeeper, and that's the highlight not done, which is concerning. Now, can we win the header at the back? They've gone towards Diev. He heads it down nicely for Torres even. Spence for Makreyev. Makreyev is in. Makreyev is in. Oh, he's gone for the dink. And the goalkeeper claims it. And we've got another highlight. So it's an open start to the game. And let's see what we can do here. Ball forward. Bukiano, has he been caught out there? Is he offside? Is VAR going to rescue us? Did Valverde stray offside? That is the question. He looked onside to me, if I'm completely honest. Oh, he is offside. Let's give it a focus. How close was it? Rojas is... oh Jesus. That is good luck, not good management, isn't it? Let's be honest. But we got away with it. So that is absolutely fine. And we've got a corner now. Makreyev to take. He goes in towards Mihai, but it's headed away. Torres should collect that. And we will go again here. Mihai to Rojas. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there, but it didn't work. And Makreyev couldn't quite track it back. Bukiano does brilliantly, covering in, keeps possession as well. And we come forward again. Makreyev loses out. And here come Real Madrid now. It's a very, very open game. I'm not sure I like that. And Burstick has made a big, big save there. All right, so what we are going to try and do here then is let's try and force them inside a little bit. Let's try and narrow the field in. See if that works. Because a lot of their ball, they're sort of outside to in, aren't they? Where they're getting their chances against us. And Torres has done well there. He gets it forward early, but no highlight to follow. So we've ridden our luck here. We've had an offside goal, and we've had a very good save from Bursic. So we couldn't complain if we were behind. But we're not. I wonder if we shouldn't be attacking them. But anyway, that's just the way we play. Oh, looking for Spence in behind there, but not quite able to find him. I wonder if actually what we want to do is slow down the tempo a bit and just try and be a little bit more, what's the word? Maybe conservative in possession. Oh, Diav's been done in behind, and there is the goal. I think we might do that. And, yeah. Real Madrid are red hot. And annoyingly, they've picked us to pieces there. Diav didn't. He went for Vinicius, but then he didn't follow the run back in. And, yeah, that's a shame. We are going 2-on-2 at the back, which maybe isn't the greatest, but anyway. Walker's done well. Walker with a cross. It's not quite able to be attacked there by Makreyev. Ayrton picks it up, though. Ayrton back to Rosfeld. All the way back to Diav. Gets it forward for Ayrton. There's a good pass. It's a cross. Oh, it was a good ball. We just couldn't quite find the free man with it. Mihai still has it, though. Can we put a bit of pressure on them here? Mihai bends one. Oh, Mihai almost gets it inside that near post. Far post, I should say. I wonder if actually what we want to do too is if we exploit the flanks and look for overlaps, because that's where potentially we could get at them a little bit better. We should naturally have sort of a 2v1 on both sides. So is that going to be the halftime score? It is 1-0 to Real Madrid. It's been an even game. Oh, I can get on board with unlucky so far. We've got faith in you boys. And do we want to make changes? Let's leave it for now. I'm looking at Walker and Torres and thinking Bol and Klose might be okay in those positions. We could even try moving Makreyev over to the left. Oh, that's a good save from Bursik. I'm actually thinking maybe that's what we want to do, because if they've got wingers, wing-backs, sorry, and centre-backs, what we probably want, if we can get inside forwards, sort of getting in between the wing-back and the centre-back, that might be a way forward for us here. Let's see what we can do. There's a good ball from Makreyev, though. Can Makreyev slip in a pass here? He goes in his... Oh, Makreyev! What a strike that is! That is the best goal I think we've seen in the series so far. That is absolutely brilliantly world class. He has absolutely nothing going on here. Look at this. There's nothing. I thought he was going to play in Walker, and I wasn't the only one. That is stardom. That is absolute stardom. What a strike from Makreyev on the biggest stage as well. We'll praise them all, but. Oh, he's like Cristiano Ronaldo back in the day. He is absolutely brilliant. What a goal. And, well, we'll go again now. Back level here at the Bernabeu. That was brilliant. I did not see that coming. I honestly thought he was going to play in Walker, and I thought that was the right thing to do, but that was Makreyev. He can do whatever he wants. Bucchiano now. Forward to Mihai. Walker, he's got the overlap there of Rojas. We go through the middle for Ali Spence. Is he onside? Ali Spence can't quite beat the defence. And was it offside? It doesn't look like it was. So unlucky there for Ali Spence, perhaps. All right, we're going to make those changes that I've said. So it will be a case of... I'm going to have to think about this. I know who I want to come on. I want Klose and Bol. I wonder if we could get Bol playing over here as an inverted winger or an inside forward. We might do him as an inside forward. Yeah. All right, we'll do that. And let's see how we go. Walker, his last contribution before he gets subbed off. It's headed away. Diav is there. Ayrton. Makreyev. Oh, he's gone across for Walker. Walker with a good touch. Walker just goes wide. It's there for Spence, and it's blocked. And no, we're not going to have to worry about the other end. So we are on the hour mark, and we have been absolutely brilliant this second half. Bol's come on and looks nervous. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted from you, mate. Can we go and, well, get the 3 points that, honestly, we deserve? The XG suggests we deserve it as well. And Thomas Boll is just not working out there, is he? He's nervous, as is Bookie. Oh, there we go. Now everybody's fired up. That's more like it. Rushfeldt in the middle of the park is calm. That's exactly what you'd want. We do have another sub we could make. I'm wondering Alvarez for Mihai, if that's something we would want to do. That would be an attacking sub, and I do wonder a little bit, away from home against Real Madrid. Oh, what's happened there? Something is, have they changed their formation that I've missed? Can we get away with this, please? Game, please let me get away with it. Oh, you bastards. Something didn't look right there. I'm not sure. Oh. Did they change their wing backs? Because if they changed their wing backs, no, they didn't. It just. Okay. We'll go higher tempo. We'll go back to pass into space. No, we'll just do higher tempo. We won't pass into space. All right, Mihai is tied. He's not having the greatest game. We'll bring Alvarez on. And, well, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Here we go. We have 30 seconds of stoppage time left. Could we get an equal? We deserve an equalizer. Dogan, back there for Ayrton. Roosevelt. Diev. The new boys all combining there. Alvarez. Wrong way, mate. Wrong way. Bucchiano. We've got Roas in space wide. There goes Thomas Boll on a run. Can Thomas Boll get a cross in? It's back post. It is Makrayev, and he can't keep his header down. And that is going to be that. That is harsh on us. That is very, very harsh on us. And Makrayev is absolutely destroyed as well. He's probably still tired from celebrating that goal. That goal did not deserve to be on the losing team, did it? That was a good performance from us. That's really frustrating. We've been the better team there and we've lost. And this is, yeah, I don't know if it's naivety or what it is on our part, but at some point we need to be winning these games because we deserve to be winning these games, and we just can't keep getting done like that. But anyway, it's a narrow defeat away to Real Madrid. And, you know, the fact that we're disappointed by that tells a story, doesn't it? We have come so far. That strike by Makrayev, that is, I mean, it's goal of the season. We'll just stop the contest now. It was brilliant. So we've got some players looking at, coaches looking at players. Rojas and Walker for Argentina, and Bucchiano and Ayrton. Oh, betting watched by Wat. Can you imagine moving to Watford from a Champions League team? Anyway, guys, that will do it for today. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, of course. And we'll be back next time. We'll come back for Celtic at home. It's the new rivalry, of course. They are 7th. We'll come back against struggling Celtic. And then we'll be at home to Gladbach. Now, that is a game we have to win. Because if we look at the league or the group table, if they go any more than 3 points ahead of us, especially because it's a home game, then suddenly we look like we're in an uphill battle to get out of the group, and we don't want that. This needs to be we need to go deep again in the Champions League to show that we are a very good team. But anyway, I'll see you next time. I can't believe we lost that game. Take care.